Whether you want to start a spiritual practice because you seek more purpose and meaning in your life, or maybe you want more inner peace, or you want to understand yourself better or understand other people and life in general better, I've got you covered. In this video, I'll share a few ideas or practices for your spiritual growth that are very easy to do and that will speed up your evolution. They are all non-religious, like I'm not religious. For me, spirituality is really to move toward a more loving state of being and away from fear, and focusing on the aspects of ourselves that are not physical, that won't die, meaning our soul or spirit. Because when we search for the meaning of life in the 3D material world, at some point we hit a wall. Spirituality gives us the answers that we just can't find in the material world. So spirituality is really a journey toward more wisdom, more love and truth. And it leads to more joy and inner peace and freedom. So the first very easy spiritual practice you can try is to read 5 pages of a spiritual or metaphysical book every day to gain a higher perspective on life. Or even just 2 or 3 pages a day. You could read in the morning just to feel uplifted as you start your day, or you could also read at night before going to bed to help you feel calmer and then fall asleep faster. I usually read both in the morning and at night, and it's one of the most important aspects of my spiritual practice. The wisdom I gain from reading spiritual books sort of helped me be more aware of where I'm not in alignment with love or truth, and then course correct or adjust my behavior and way of thinking. So I'll give you a few book recommendations. So first, the book series Conversation with God, channeled by Neil Donald Walsh. There's also the book series Earth Life, channeled by Sanaya Roman. These books, the Earth Life series, are excellent. They're easy and fun to read, and they'll make you feel good, and they'll inspire you to create your best life. Another good book is Zero Limits by Joe Vitale, which is about the ancient Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono. And A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle is also another great book. The second easy practice is to meditate for 5 minutes every day using an app like Insight Timer. So meditation is not required, but it's probably the best bang for your buck in terms of spiritual growth. Why? Because all the answers and wisdom and truth of life and who you are can be found within yourself. And meditation is about turning your attention inward and connecting to your true self. Meditation also increases self-awareness, and it trains us to observe people and situations and even our own patterns from a distance. And this distance helps you be less reactive. It gives you more space to choose your response when you get triggered. It also helps you to understand why you got triggered in the first place, which is essential to accelerate our spiritual growth. If you're new to meditation, you could use guided meditations. A free app that I love is called Insight Timer. I can also offer you a free meditation course. It's just a 10-minute course about the easiest and the most popular meditation techniques. I'm going to put the link to that free course in the description below. The third easy practice is to listen to a channeled or spiritual message. It could be a video or an audio every week, and then write down one takeaway and how you can implement it into your own life. The thing is that information alone is usually not enough to grow. We also need to implement what we learn. So whether you watch a YouTube video or listen to a spiritual podcast, make sure that you find at least one way you will implement the ideas into your life. So I'll give you a couple of recommendations. You could check out Abraham Hicks, who's channeled by Esther Hicks, and also videos by Eckhart Tolle, which are packed with wisdom. The fourth idea is to send blessing to at least one person every day using the simplified version of loving kindness meditation. So a major aspect of spiritual growth is to become more compassionate and less judgmental. It's about moving toward a more loving way of being, or toward unity and away from separation. And perhaps the best way to cultivate compassion is the practice of loving kindness. I already made a video about how to practice this exercise step by step, so I'm going to link it somewhere on the screen and also in the description below. So it's an active form of meditation which doesn't demand that you quiet your mind. And I recommend doing the simplified version of loving kindness, which I explained in that other video. Basically, you just choose one person, you sit down, you close your eyes, and then you practice sending them loving feelings or a caring intention. The challenge is to do it with someone you have difficulty with. But cultivating compassion and letting go of judgment toward this person will accelerate your spiritual growth. The fifth idea is to ask a question prayer. So you could start the day with what I call a question prayer. Or you could also do it at night, like when you close your eyes before falling asleep. For example, you could ask, how can I serve humanity or the collective today? Or how can I bring more light into the world today? Or there's another prayer that comes from the metaphysical text, A Course in Miracles, that goes like, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say and to whom? And you refers to a greater power. So this prayer will help you connect to a higher power and also receive insights and guidance. Feel free to share other ideas in the comments below. And that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Again, all the resources I mentioned will be linked in the description below. And I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you next week.
How to keep the healing.